What makes you, you? Is it your genes, your childhood? It's the classic nature versus nurture debate. The nature side says you are who you are because of your biology. It's all about the DNA you inherited from parents. They believe your personality, intelligence, and many problems in your life are pre-programmed. On the other hand, you've got the nurture side. This camp says your upbringing is what shapes you. It's about how you were raised and the things that happened to you. It puts all the emphasis on the world outside of you. But this nature versus nurture debate is incomplete. Life isn't that simple. If it was just about your genes, then your life experiences wouldn't matter at all. And if it was all environment, then we wouldn't see certain traits or health issues that run in families. This black and white thinking just doesn't work in the real world. It's an old, unhelpful debate, and we need a model that helps you understand the whole picture of who you are. So if it's not just nature or nurture, then what is it? Well, of course it's both. This brings us to the diathesis stress model. Diathesis just refers to having a genetic weak spot, like a family history of depression or anxiety. This vulnerability doesn't mean you are guaranteed to have a problem. It just means you might have an increased risk to certain things. Then, there's stress. In this model, stress means any painful life event or negative experience. This isn't just about feeling stressed at work. It's a major loss, painful childhood, or traumatic event. The model says that a person's vulnerability, or diathesis, gets activated by these highly stressful life events. Imagine two people, Sarah and Tom. Both have a family history of depression, so they have a biological vulnerability, or diathesis. They get laid off from their jobs and experience prolonged unemployment, which ends up being a major life stressor. Sarah, with a strong support system and healthy coping skills, might feel sad for a while, but bounces back. Tom, however, who is more isolated and tends to worry a lot, might sink into a deep depression. Tom's biological diathesis was activated, but Sarah's was not. Her improved coping led to less stress, and her genetic vulnerability wasn't triggered to cause a depression. This diathesis stress model shows us that your biology and your life story are in a constant dance and helped us move beyond the nature versus nurture debate and get closer to the truth of human behavior. The diathesis stress model was great, but we can do even better. We need to look at the whole person, not just a couple pieces of the puzzle. That's where the Biopsychosociocultural Framework comes in. I know it's a mouthful, but it's the key to really understanding yourself and others, and is the current model used for explaining human behavior. It states that to understand why someone feels or acts a certain way, you have to look at 4 different but connected areas of their life. It gives you a complete 360-degree view. First, are biological factors. This is the nature piece of the puzzle we talked about earlier. It includes your genetics, brain chemistry, hormones, and physical health. Problems with certain brain chemicals like serotonin, for example, can contribute to feeling depressed. Chronic pain or illness can also have a direct effect on your mood and your behavior. Next, we have psychological factors. This includes your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and your personality. It's about how you see yourself and the world around you. Coping skills, past trauma, and your learned behaviors all fall into this category. Having low self-esteem, for example, will impact how you act in relationships. It's the psychological software that runs on your biological hardware. Next, we have social factors, which refers to your relationships, family, friends, and support network. These relationship dynamics can have a strong impact on your behavior and mood. Lastly, cultural refers to the larger world you live in, your society's rules, norms, and the cultural expectations placed on you. It includes your gender, age, ethnicity, sexual identity, income level, and job, religion, and other cultural aspects of who you are. An example could be if your culture says it's not okay for men to show sadness, you might bottle up your feelings, which can lead to emotional problems. So what does this all mean for you? It means that when you're trying to figure out why you feel anxious or depressed or stuck in problematic behaviors, you can't just look at one thing. You have to look at the whole picture. With anxiety, you might have an overactive nervous system. Psychologically, you might have a habit of catastrophic thinking. Socially, you might be in a toxic relationship or have a limited support network. Culturally, you might live in a fast-paced society that values perfectionism. All of these together can create and maintain your anxiety. This framework is powerful because it helps you look beyond just your genes and upbringing and see a complex mix of many factors, both inside and outside of you. This can help you have more compassion for yourself and for others because the biopsychosociocultural framework for one person is different from everyone else's. We are all unique, so when we see someone struggling, we shouldn't judge. We don't know their framework and experience. This model also points the way toward real solutions. Since a problem is caused by factors in all 4 areas, then the solution needs to address all 4 areas too. For depression, that might mean improving physical health or medication to help with the biology, therapy to change negative thought patterns for the psychology, decreasing isolation or building a stronger support system for the social part, and maybe challenging cultural stigmas about mental health. You have to fight the battle on all 4 fronts. Your specific mix of biological, psychological, social, and cultural factors is yours and yours alone. And this framework gives you a map. It helps you identify all the forces that are influencing your health. And by understanding how these pieces fit together, you can start making targeted changes that can have a real impact.